So tonight we will be homing in on a unit, call sign, Blue Hammer. They have set up a base, a couple of clicks south of the airfield. Tonight you'll be taking lead while Dodge 1 and 2 provide close air support. I've set up some waypoints to get us going. Waypoint 1 will take us just past the airfield to the east, and then we will head over to waypoint 2, where we will take cover from behind a tree line. Once we reach waypoint 2, I'll make contact with Blue Hammer and request a frequency to home and on. After that it will be up to you to utilize the ADF to track and home in on Blue Hammer. Remember, we are not using NVGs for this sortie, so don't get any ideas. Alright, let me quickly set up the TV display. TV display turned on. Over on the video command box, VCB power turned on. VCB IR power turned on. And mode set to lock. Key turned on to day. Highland selector set to 0. And master arm stays off. Okay, go ahead and tune the VHF to 141.5 for baseline ground, and confirm the UHF is set to 243 for the flight comms. We'll be using the FM radio tonight for communications with Blue Hammer. Set it to channel 3 for frequency 32.0. When you're ready, contact this land ground for hover taxi clearance to runway 28. Dodge 3, Bethlehem ground. You are cleared to hover taxi to runway 28 via taxiway Alpha. Hold short runway 28. QNH 29.92. Winds are 135 and 4 knots. QNH is set. Altimeter is showing 520 meters. Remember to set your landing light, and keep in mind we have 3/4 of a full tank, so takeoff power might be a little more than you're used to. You're clear on the left.
Roger. Picking here up. This is going to be a difficult mission, guys. Again, another night mission without NVGs. Not looking forward to it. And yes, the helicopter is quite heavy. It's giving me a lot of trouble to get it off the ground.
Bethlehem ground, Dodge 1, main apron parking for, requesting hover taxi to runway 28. Dodge 1, Bethlehem ground. You are cleared to hover taxi to runway 28 via taxiway Alpha. You are number 2 after the SA342. Hold short runway 28. QNH 29.92. Winds are 135 and 4 knots. Bethlehem ground, Dodge 2, requesting hover taxi clearance to runway 28. Dodge 3, Veslin ground. Contact Veslin Tower on 141.0.
I keep forgetting the auto hover. I think I bound it to my joystick, but I keep forgetting the auto hover.
Before you contact Tower, let's wait for the flight to line up. Then you'll make the clearance call for the whole flight as Dodge Flight. You can tune the radio to 141.0 while we wait. Dodge Flight, announce when you're lined up. Dodge 1, lined up. Dodge 2, lined up. Okay, go ahead and contact Tower. Let them know that Dodge Flight is holding short, and request takeoff clearance for runway 28.
Okay, Baseline Tower, Dodge Flight, requesting runway takeoff, requesting takeoff permission, runway 28, all lined up on.
Dodge Flight, Veslin Tower, you are cleared for takeoff on runway 28, QNH 29.92, winds 135 at 4 knots.
Okay, do I have your permission to go, sir? Mr. Instructor, do I have your permission? I think I do. Anyhow, I'm gonna creep ahead.
We're clear of all taxiways, so after you're lined up, start your climb to 800 meters at 100 meters per minute, and take your speed up to 150 kilometers. Continue straight out to the west. I'll let you know when to turn onto the crosswind.
Okay, let's give this a go, shall we? I'm losing the fucking runway because I can't see at all. I'm losing the fucking runway.
So just as we did when we were acting as wingman for Dodge 1 and 2 earlier in the week, the flight commander calls the turns, and immediately after the flight turns, where you hear me call it, make the turn immediately, otherwise we will mess up the formation. Dodge Flight, climbing to 800 meters MSL and pushing speed up to 150 kilometers. Once clear of the runway, form up on my right, echelon formation, call once in position. Dodge 1, copies. Dodge 2, copies.
I had to increase my gamma, it was borderline impossible. I don't think night missions in DCS with such bad lighting can be played with such dogshit gamma. Maybe I overdid it a bit because I can
Dodge
see the
Flight,
sky,
turning right onto crosswind,
maybe not.
heading 360 north. Holding 800 meters and 150 kilometers airspeed. Turn off your landing lights. Dodge Flight, turning right onto downwind, heading 090 to waypoint 1. Holding 800 meters and 150 kilometers airspeed. Dodge 1, in position to the right. Dodge 2, in position to the right. Remember to keep scanning your instruments, VSI, attitude indicator, airspeed, torque gauge, heading and altitude. We don't want to throw the flight off course or put them in any danger. Do your job, just like you've been practicing. Bisland Tower, dodge flight, requesting frequency change to Bisland Center for flight following.
Dodge flight, Beslan Tower. Frequency change approved. Contact Beslan Center on 143.0.
Frequency change approved. Contact Bisland Center on 143.0. Dodge flight. Alright, Cadet. Go ahead and change the frequency to 143.0. I'll contact Center. Bisland Center, dodge flight. 3 times SA342 recon helicopters, 5 miles east of Bisland Airfield, requesting flight following for IFR flight is filed.
Dodge flight, Beslan Center. We have you at 5 miles east of Beslan Airfield. Continue as planned.
Continue as planned. Dodge flight. So let's run through some of the procedures while we have some time. Once we get to waypoint 2, we will settle into a hover, safely concealing our position from behind the tree line. Then we'll contact Blue Hammer for their ADF frequency. Once we start homing in on their position, we will start flying the map of the Earth. Because it's so dark, we will use a safe altitude of 150 meters AGL. As the terrain levels change, you'll climb or descend to maintain that safe altitude of 150. We are flying over tall trees, power lines, and buildings, so it's important that you hold this altitude the entire time. Dodge flight, approaching waypoint 2. Prepare to come to a hover and settle in a concealed position behind the tree line. We'll push on once Blue Hammer has their beacon up. Copy your last Dodge 1. Copy your last Dodge 2.
We're 80 kilometers out, dude. What are you talking about? Anyhow, the instructor seems to be jumping the gun. We are still quite far away from the whole thing. But yeah, honestly, I can't understand this obsession with no NVGs in the dead of night. Like, what are we simulating? Are we simulating? I mean, are we simulating 1950s? Like, is this the 1950s? What are we simulating? Why would we not use NVGs? And I know this is a training scenario. It's supposed to train you. Yeah, I get it, but...
Alright, we are coming up to waypoint 2. Take us down to 150 meters AGL, and slow your airspeed down to 100 kilometers. It's dark, and we have 2 wingmen that are depending on you to guide them into the safe spot. There is no go-around, Cadet. Set up your approach, commit to the entry, and take her in. Turn on your landing lights. Start to descend down to 100 meters AGL. Slow speed down to 80 kilometers.
Easier said than done,
And keep
motherfucker.
watching your instruments. Your instruments will tell you exactly what the aircraft is doing.
I am 150 now, actually 100. Oh, I think I can see the road. I kinda fucked up. Okay, so what happened is I gave it too much collective and we started climbing again, so I'm gonna try to correct this now. Speed is good, but we're still maintaining a climb. Why is that? Come on, go down, you son of a bitch. Come on. Come on. Is this the tree line we want? This should be the tree line.
We are just over the river now. We'll settle into a hover in this field just in front of us. Bring us down to around 25 meters AGL and then slowly creep forward until we are just behind the trees. We'll settle in a hover once we are behind the tree line. Alright, Dodge Flight. This is it. Let's settle into a hover here. I'll make contact with Blue Hammer.
If the Gazelle ever slows down.
Copy your last Dodge 3. Standing by. Copy your last Dodge 3. Just trying to get into position here. Dodge 2. You okay there, Dodge 2? Yeah, just had to jump some trees on the way in. I'm all right now, falling in on your 3 o'clock. Copy that, Dodge 2. Blue Hammer, Dodge Flight, how copy? Dodge Flight, this is Blue Hammer. Go ahead. Blue Hammer, we are holding at the safe point, 4 miles south of Bisland Airfield, ready to receive your beacon. Copy your last Dodge Flight. Stand by. Standing by, Dodge Flight.
I'm still struggling to get it right.
Dodge Flight, Blue Hammer, ready to send. Ready to receive, send it. 0.470, how copy? 0.470. Read back correct. See you shortly, Dodge Flight. Copy that, Blue Hammer. ETA 30 mics. 30 mics, Blue Hammer.
0.470.
Alright, Cadet. Go ahead and input the frequency into the ADF. Let me know once you're done. Okay, let's get moving. Slowly lift us up to 50 meters, then push forward on the cyclic and gently nose us forward as you continue to climb. 50 meters should clear the trees, but continue to climb as you translate into forward flight. Take us towards waypoint 3. 150 meters AGL and 150 kilometers. Dodge Flight, we have the beacon. We are Oscar Mike. We'll push up to waypoint 3 and let the transponder signal get a bit stronger, then we'll start homing in on the beacon. Copy your last, Oscar Mike, Dodge 1. Copy your last, Oscar Mike, Dodge 2.
Dodge Flight, Bethlehem Center. We have you at 4 miles south of Bethlehem Airfield. Continue as planned.
Continue as planned. Dodge Flight. Alright, Cadet. I don't want to have to repeat this the whole flight. Keep your eyes inside the cockpit. Keep scanning your instruments. BSI, attitude indicator, airspeed, torque gauge, heading, and keep watching your radar altimeter. 150 meters AGL and 150 kilometers airspeed. And keep it heading towards waypoint 3. Turn off your landing lights. Just remember we are a flight of 3 aircraft, and they fly what you fly. If you put us in danger, you put them in danger too. So keep monitoring that altitude and airspeed. So the reason we are pushing out to waypoint 3 first is because Blue Hammer is situated inside a canyon. Waypoint 3 will give us an easier approach straight down the middle of the canyon, this avoiding rising terrain as we enter. Another thing to remember, it's too dark to maneuver a go-around inside the canyon, so once you have committed to the LZ you need to stick with it. Dodge 1 and 2 will break formation as we enter. They'll provide overwatch from the canyon entrance and rejoin the formation after we exit.
Yankee Bravo 476, Bethlehem Center. Traffic on your 12 o'clock. 1 times Charlie 130. Climb to flight level 25 and maintain heading.
Traffic on Line 12, 1 times Charlie 130, climbing to flight level 25, maintain heading Yankee Bravo 476.
And once again, this orientation sets in where if I can see the ground, I think I'm doing something funny, but my instruments are saying, no sir, you're flying okay, follow the instruments, follow the instruments. And sorry for the beeping, but I didn't know it was too loud. I didn't know it was gonna be too loud. I'm going to edit everything so you won't hear it too much, but I'm gonna be hearing it for the entirety of this fucking flight.
Dodge Flight, turning left, heading 200, maintain 150 AGL and 150 kilometers. ETA to canyon is 5 mics. Let's maintain a heading of 200 until we get closer to the canyon entrance, then we'll home in on the beacon. Dodge Flight, approaching the canyon, break formation, and provide overwatch of the canyon entrance. Report any suspicious activity going in or out. I'll copy. Dodge 3, copy your last. Taking over the flight comms. Will report any suspicious activity. Breaking right, Dodge Flight. Blue Hammer, Dodge 3, we're 2 minutes out. Report once you have us in sight. Copy that, Dodge 3. We can hear you. No eyes yet. Okay, let's start homing in on the ADF needle. Reduce speed to 100 kilometers and turn on your landing light. Once we get closer, Blue Hammer will guide us in. As you get closer, reduce airspeed. Once we're about 100 meters out, descend to 50 meters AGL. Dodge 3, we have you in sight. You're about 500 meters out. Keep her coming. Straight in.
Motherfuckers, you have me in sight, I don't.
Dodge
Open up your
3,
lights or
200
throw me a
meters.
flare or something. This goes both ways, you know, if you want me to land. If another campaign makes me go through an IFR flight in the night without NVGs, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. I see it, I see it. I see you cunts.
We're just in front of you. Set her down inside the tires.
Now the question is, can I land without
Watch out, we have a
VRS?
crosswind blowing in from the west.
Big fucking question mark here. Yeah, shut up and let me
Alright,
focus.
this is
Shut
it.
up.
Set her down. Point the nose to the southwest to
On the
avoid
west,
the
you say?
crosswind. It might cause LTE. Don't turn full west. I'm scared we might get a tail strike on this slope.
Yeah, easier said than done, motherfucker. Easier said than fucking done. Okay, where the fuck do you want me? This is their camp. Let's get a little bit closer. I'm guessing the trigger is near their camp. Oh, I see it. I see the landing zone. Final touchdown is going to be a little bit tricky. Come on. Come on, don't creep forwards, baby. Don't creep forwards. No. Oh my god, why is this aircraft so sensitive in the roll axis? It's too damn sensitive on the roll axis. You sneeze on it and it wants to do a barrel roll. Come on, baby. Stabilize for Papa. No, it won't stabilize. It won't fucking stabilize. Great. Absolutely fantastic. Come on. I don't want you to climb. I don't want you to roll. Come on. Let's go. Beautiful. Don't roll like that. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Well done,
Lower.
Dodge 3. Rather you than me. It's hard enough navigating these roads at night. Never mind flying blind.
Lower.
Glad to know we can count on pilots like you if we're ever in trouble.
Fuck off.
No thanks to you, Blue
Fuck
Hammer. Great
off.
work guiding us in. We are RTB now. Have a safe evening. Dodge 3 out. Safe flying, Dodge 3. Blue Hammer out. Well, Cadet, that was pretty good flying, but we're not done yet. Let me contact the flight and then we can RTB. Dodge flight, Dodge 3, landing successful. How's it looking out there? Are we clear to exit the canyon? All clear, Dodge 3. No suspicious movement in or out. You're clear to exit. We got eyes on you, Dodge flight. Copy that, Dodge flight. Taking off and coming out. Get ready to rejoin formation. Roger that, Dodge 3. Alright, let's get this bird home. Go ahead and turn off the ADF. Now you
That's cool though. The AI is doing an excellent job at formation flying. Absolutely excellent. I heard him on my right, and I was very pleased to see him on my right, maintaining altitude and speed. Very nice. You can see the other one too. Very nice. I think this is going to be the thumbnail.
Okay, so as you can tell, the double needle on the compass is almost on our 3 o'clock. We'll keep going a bit further, so that when we turn in, we are north of the airfield's runway, putting us directly on the downwind.
To be honest, if it was up to me, I'd be turning by now. I don't know what the instructor is waiting for. And I'm getting anxious about whether we missed the trigger or not. I hope not. But I feel like we should be turning by now. That's why I'm getting anxious. Like, what are we waiting for at this point? I'm going to turn, I don't care. I'm not even going to engage with the mission anymore, guys, not gonna lie. This is getting a bit boring, and I'm already overstimulated by all the bullshit, so I'm not gonna do this to myself. I'm not going to put me through this. I think some trigger failed to trigger because obviously we never received the turn-in instructions from the instructor, unless he wanted me to do it by myself, which is again a bit vague because I never receive any instructions. Anyways, I'm going to use time compression to reach the fucking airfield and land. I'm so done with this mission. Technically a success, technically a failure because we're not going to get the mission confirmed thing, but it's a success in my book. We navigated the IFR portion of the mission, we navigated the formation flight of the mission, although to be fair, very easy with the AI following you, there's no real danger. And we also landed the fucking thing on the tiny LZ, so yeah, it's a win on my book, and I'll see you guys for the final debrief on the ground. Alright, so final debrief. As I said, we cleared the mission, we cleared the objectives, however, something happened, some kind of trigger was missed or never triggered. I'm not sure what is going on, because we never received the instructions to turn into the runway. And the runway was already at our 3 o'clock, so I don't know what's going on. I don't care, however. We succeeded in the mission, we succeeded in the lesson. Theoretically speaking, we are extremely proficient at IFR flight, we are extremely proficient at night flying. It seems to me like a missed fucking opportunity to not use NVGs in this mission. It really does. Overall, you know, even though it was a boring mission, I still had fun with the IFR flight and the landing to a certain degree, even though it was difficult and frustrating. The only complaint that I have, and this is a serious complaint, okay, it should be communicated to you more clearly how you're supposed to taxi. Because what happened in the morning, I tried to play this mission and I got off and I taxied straight down to the taxiway Alpha, just like I was instructed, but nothing was happening. And it turns out that I was missing a trigger because I was supposed to hover from here and then move rightwards onto the taxi line and stay hovering over this junction. And when you stay hovering over this taxi junction, that is when the next trigger activates and the flight asks for their own permission to take off and so on and so forth. This was never communicated to you though, so I was breaking my fucking head trying to realize what's going on, and I went into the mission maker, I opened up the mission, I opened up the trigger list, and that's when I understood how the triggers worked. That's when I understood what I was missing. But this isn't good mission design. A player should never have to enter the mission maker to figure out stuff. And keep in mind that this is a free campaign and we're expecting, you know, some problems and some editing. Okay, that's fine. But in Argo, for example, and this is true for all the paid campaigns, the files are encrypted. You can't actually access them and modify them. This didn't used to be the case, but they changed it sometime in 2019, I think. 2019 or 2020, they introduced encryption for the paid campaigns. So more than ever, a paid campaign author has the responsibility of clearly designing triggers and clearly telling the player what he's supposed to do, which is something that didn't happen in Argo, and it was pissing me off because I couldn't do anything about it. But even here, even though this is a free campaign, even though it's it's fun, it's great, it still has these sort of communication issues, and so far they didn't cost me. But this is the first mission they did. This is the first mission that a crucial trigger was missed because it was never communicated to the player. I suppose the campaign maker thought it was a given because, this is a serious instruction campaign that gives heavy emphasis on procedures, and in real life you would follow the taxi line, not fly wildly into the taxiway. And yeah, this is a fair observation, this is a fair thing to say, but at the same time, for whatever reason, maybe I got distracted. You can't expect me to do stuff on my own, because if I do stuff on my own and I fail, this forces me to reset the mission over and over and over again, and that's not fun, guys. That's the worst possible thing that can happen in a DCS mission, to be forced, whether you want to or not, to restart the mission and then just go through startup all over again. 15 fucking minutes wasted again on fucking startup. Like, please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Anyhow, supposedly we are done with instructions. Next mission is going to be us flying into. Next mission is going to be us operating from a FARP and actually receiving recon and anti-vehicle training. So things are about to get real serious and real interesting in the next missions. I just hope that we don't have to face any more bizarre, weird trigger issues, because if we do have to do that, it's going to take away from the fun, and it's going to really mess up the image that this campaign has. So far it was excellent, but yeah, with this mission in particular, it's beginning to lose this excellence. It's beginning to dip down to the negative. But we'll see if the campaign gets better in the last few missions, with especially with weapons training and all that. I think it's about to get seriously fun, but we'll see. This is it. I think I talked long enough. Thank you for signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Good flying, everyone.